Welcome in, everybody, to another week of Heart to Heart Motorsports. Week 3 here at New Smyrna. Me and J-Dog in the booth tonight as the Heart to Heart Motorsports crew is taking it on for qualifying tonight. J-Dog, what do you expect to see tonight?
It's going to be an exciting race, I think. You got 3 lanes across the front straightaway, and you also got 3 lanes across in the back straightaway. You got a lot of room to play with. And when you go around these corners, it's only 2 wide, so if you try to get up there in those marbles, you better be careful. Please, all drivers, have fun.
Talking about those marbles, as those marbles carry on through each session of this race here. So as now, we're looking at Austin Cornpost here, going to currently be the leader right now with an 18.008.
Taking a look here now, and Dan Colson in 12. His first lap qualifier right now is 18.385.
I tell you what, it's been an exciting season so far here as we're into week 3, 12 weeks all together here. So much thanks to all of the sponsors out there and all of the fans watching. Y'all, please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future heart-to-heart races here for the rest of the season. We're excited to have you all and ready to get running here.
Sam Watson in the 3, or Sam Watson in the 6.
I was about to say, a 3. Where did you get a 3 from?
Right behind his name.
All right. Well, I won't give it too much then. I won't give you too many problems because it's in his name.
Take a look now, and Joe Fleck coming out here for his qualifying one in the 91. Good start.
I'll tell you one thing I've noticed with Joe this season. Joe has definitely picked up a lot of speed here in these late models. He's definitely doing a lot better. He's definitely moved his way up more towards that top 5 spot. So looking forward to see what he can do tonight.
Lap. Now Joe going around for his second lap because first lap was at 18.440. Here he comes now for his last. Finished off with an 18.248.
That's currently going to put him in that top 5 position there.
Robert Yankee still got to qualify.
As he's out here making his first lap now.
I like that 28. It's pretty nice.
You can't go wrong with that old Haviline paint scheme. You know, it's definitely a classic there. Nice look. Nice look.
His first lap was at 18.252. Coming around now for his second lap.
Gonna run him up into P2 here with an 18.182. All right, everybody, since that's everybody's qualified here and we got a few minutes left, we're going to go ahead and step away for a minute with our sponsors and we'll be right back.
From custom millwork, to hands-on training, to the best products in the industry, T.W. Perry, Builder's First Source helps you do more. Each of our locations includes showrooms featuring windows and doors, decking and railing products, and a wide range of materials designed to inspire your next project. From concept to completion, you have a chance to see, touch, and compare the products that bring your vision to life. T.W. Perry, Builder's First Source, building better, together.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road, next to the zoo.
All right, everybody, as we come back and we're getting ready to line it up here for the first heat race of the night. We're going to have 2 heat races tonight for 15 laps and then go into a 100-lap feature here tonight with the Heart to Heart Motorsports Series. As we are lining up, everybody, this is our driver cams here. Let's take a look here at Bobby Joe Lane in the 02 Bass Tire late model tonight. We'll see what he can pull off here tonight, as he's put on a pretty good season here. He's put on some good speed and definitely put himself up in the top of the points here. We'll look forward to see what he can do tonight. Getting ready to gear up for some good racing tonight, everybody. Heart to Heart Motorsports, please, guys, don't forget to check out our website, showingheartfam.com, for all of our merch, all of our schedules, and our points. Hope you're all having a wonderful night. Y'all, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Much love. So I hope you're having a good one. All right, it looks like we're going to have somebody out of the race tonight because they're out of town. So you're going to watch the race. All right, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with watching, you know. So we love that support no matter what. All right, everybody, let's go running. We're going to get ready to line it up here as the countdown is counting down.
Well, next week, I ain't going to be in the booth. I'm actually going to be in the car. We're going to be at North Wilkesboro next week. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, J-Dog been saying for the beginning of the season here he wanted to step out just to run that race. That's one of his favorite tracks here, so we're going to let him have it. Here's going to be your starting lineup here for Heat 1, everybody. Bobby Joe Lane's going to be into P1 with Sam Watson in P2. That's going to put Dan Collison in P3 with Bud Light Mike in P4. That's going to be Joe Flash in P5, everybody, with Ronald Robinson in P6. And that's going to put Alan Marr in P7 with Andrew Longmire in P8. Robert Yonke, everybody, in P9 with Austin Kornprost in P10. Oh, man, it looks like it just put them all in one single heat tonight. It did. It did. It put them all in one heat tonight. Wow, this is going to be a wild one here. 15 laps with this many. This is going to be something here, y'all. I'm telling you, this is going to be a game changer. I believe they needed that one more car to separate this field. And they just didn't have that one extra car tonight. So, unfortunately, they're going to have all 10 of them out here battling it out for that 15 lap.
Really do like the new pace car we're using tonight here in New Sonoma. We're just right outside Daytona Beach. This is going to be a really exciting race. All these cars look out here look pretty good tonight. Pretty good look at the field as pace cars get ready to pull off. Green flag! Here we go.
6 and 02 going to start side by side here. That 6 is going to get a run there on the outside with the 02 hugging that lower line there. The 47 going to get a little bit loose off the corner, but going to be able to maintain that third place position. As now Dan Collison now trying to look into that inside of the 47. Joe Flash getting a little bit loose there, but he's going to be able to gain composure there. A lot of speed coming from these cars here off of the start. The 6 still holding a great line here up high, getting the run on the 02.
Sam Watson in the 6 now, coming around turn 4 now. Bobby Joe got in a little turf spin now, and the 6 goes around.
I'll have to say, man, I took a look at that there. It looked like the 6 there kind of ducked in the front of the 02 there. Not enough room there, causing the 02 to kind of check up, but not giving the 02 enough time to check up. You know, so that's unfortunate for the 6 there. But the 6 should be able to come back around here and get his lap back here, hopefully. We'll see, because the pace car did get around him here, so I was thinking that might put him one lap down here. So we'll see. Oh, never mind. Let me rephrase that, everybody. Cautions do not count. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I should know this. I've been talking about this forever and a day. Ryan in the chat said, let's go 50. Wait a minute. Where is the 50? I don't see no 50. But I do see you out there watching. Thanks for your support. Much love, brother. All right, unfortunate for Sam Watson there on that start, but he'll be able to come back out and try to get some points here in this heat race here. Definitely a place you need to come back out and run. If you can finish it out, get those points. The top 8 will receive points in this heat race. The top 6 in qualifying receive points, and the top 40 in all features get points. He retired. No, we can't have that. No retiring, man. It's too early on in life, brother. It's too early on in life. So it looks like Sam Watson's going to be able to go into pit road there, get that fast repair, and get back on. All right, pace car will go in next go round.
Drivers now get ready now to double a file up and get ready to go back to the restart. All these cars still look pretty good out here in this first heat.
You know what I love about these heat races, J-Dog?
Did all these fields invert after this heat?
Well, not only that, but these guys really send it on these heat races. That's when they give it everything they got. As we're green flag.
The 02 did get a good start now, coming around turn 1 and now going into 2.
47's trying to hold on to second place here as he's now giving it all he can here to hold on.
Well, like Mike at a 47 now is right behind the 02 now, front straightaway.
Now taking a look here back in the P5, P6 positions here as we're looking at Ronald now in P4 trying to make his move.
There's your Fruit Loops card there.
A lot of side-by-side going on in the back of this field still right here as they're not lining up here. The rest of this field's kind of lining up in the front of this pack here, trying to just hold on to some tires here.
Single foul now, front straightaway. Whoa, got a caution. 31 at Andrew went around. That will bring out caution number 2 in this heat.
Looks like we had some really big battling going on here. Let's take a look at it, everybody, real quick. So we take a look here. The 31's going to come up the track here, get into the 91. Unfortunately, get them into the wall. 91's going to get involved. Doesn't look like anybody else was able to get. Nobody else got involved there, and they're going to keep rolling on. Andrew should be able to go in and get that fast repair and get it fixed now that they're under caution. As we now see Andrew going into pit road here. At the 91 of Joe Flash coming back out on the track. Not sure if Andrew told, if hopefully he didn't blow his motor, he was able to just go roll into the pits. Now with the 02 of Lane, your race leader with Bud Light Mike picking up that P2 position with Dan Collison in P3. Ronald Robinson going to be into P4 with Robert Yonke into P5. Alamar's going to be in P6 with Sam Watson in P7. Joe Flash going to be in P8 with Austin Cornprost in P9. And Andrew's going to be into pit road. Hopefully be able to get that thing out before they go green flag. As I said, caution laps do not count in the heat races. So he will not go a lap down as long as he makes it out of pit road in time. The pace car will go in next lap.
The pace car lights are off. Now the drivers should be getting ready to go back to this double file here as Andrew's now coming out of the pits. The drivers now going back to double file. Now we get ready to go back for the restart.
There's one thing about this track, you can definitely overdrive it off of the corner here and you can definitely lose it.
Especially if you get on top of where all this marble is in between 1 to 2 and 3 and 4. You see all that black up there, to all that marble, you get up there and get loose. Now we're back to green. Bobby Joe in the 02 got a good start.
The 28 and the 8 bump there a little bit. The 8's going to get a little sideways, but he's able to regain the composure. Now the 28 side by side with the 9. The 8 trying to hold on, trying to get that lower line, but that 28 is moving. The 28 is rolling to the inside. Now Yonke looking for that P5 position.
Single file now. Bobby Joe still holding that lead as Bud Light Mike's not even too far behind between 3 and 4. Now heading about front straightaway.
You could definitely see a lot of throttle and brake control going on here. Now the 8 and the 6 tap doors. I'll tell you what, there's definitely some big battling going on in the back of this field here. There is something wild going on here.
Dan Colson now putting a little pressure now on Bud Light Mike.
Dan Collison in that P2 position, pretty much giving it all he's got here to try to keep ahead of this 47, as the 47 is putting on some heat tonight. Let's get it, Bud Light. 02 holding on strong here, y'all. The 02 putting on a fantastic run here now, almost getting into a 1 second gap here.
4 laps to go in this first heat, and then only heat.
Now with the 9 and the 8 side by side here for that top 5 position.
Then you got a battle for 6 back here with Stan Watson and the 95 Austin. Now they're coming back straight away.
These guys have been side by side since the beginning of this run here. Now it's 3 laps to go.
Good driving for these fellas, but they got to be careful about the tire wear here too. Good aero view of those guys racing, touching, and as the 8 goes
But
around.
the white flag is out, so there will not be a caution. The white flag is out.
He drives away.
The 02's going to grab the checkered with Dan Collison taking P2. Bud Light Mike in P3. Robert Yonkey's going to take P4. Alan Marr's going to be in P5 with Austin Cornpros taking P6. Sam Watson's going to grab that P7. Everybody with Joe Flash going to be in P8. Andrew Lawmire's going to take P9 with Ronald Robinson going to take P10. Here's going to be your results, everybody. Now we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road next to the zoo.
From custom millwork to hands-on training to the best products in the industry, TW Perry, Builder's First Source, helps you do more. Each of our locations include showrooms featuring windows and doors, decking and railing products, and a wide range of materials designed to inspire your next project. From concept to completion, you a chance to see, touch, and compare the products that bring your vision to life. TW Perry, Builder's First Source, building better together.
All right, everybody, and we're back here as we're getting ready to line up here for 100 laps tonight at New Smyrna with the Heart to Heart Motorsports Series. Now, taking a look here at Bobby Joe Lane here and them driver cams in that 02 Bass Tire. Currently second fastest in this little warm-up before the race here. This is usually the time the drivers get ready to use the bathroom or whatever they need to do before the race, because it's a long race, everybody. 100 laps is a long race. You get ready to strenuously fight and battle that steering wheel here on these short tracks and these fast cars here. It's going to be exciting to see what happens tonight. Now, with the track temperature of 65 degrees, night, beautiful weather here. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Let's get it. Let's get the roll in the picture, everybody. We got 2 minutes to go.
Better practice for this to get ready for the future now. About 19 seconds left.
Chasing Muscle Cars in the chat said, let's go, Andy. Good luck to all the drivers out there. Much love to Chasing Muscle Cars out there. Thank you so much for your support as a sponsor. Also, let's not forget to thank Chasing Muscle Cars, CNL Carpets, everybody. Much love, everyone. Here's going to be your starting lineup tonight, everybody, with Ronald Robinson going to take into P1, with Andrew Lamar going to start in P2. Joe Flash is going to start P3 with Sam Watson in P4. That's going to put Austin Cornprost in P5 with his teammate beside him in P6. Robert Yonke, everybody's going to take into that P7 with Bud Light Mike on the outside lane in P8. Dan Collison's going to take into that P9, but I believe he's got to start from pit road, so that'll push him back, unfortunately. Bobby Joe Lane's going to start into P10.
That will be your starting lineup for this feature.
All right, and pace cars rolling off.
This right here will be the time to get these tires just a little bit warm where you get a good takeoff.
One thing about these cars, it definitely takes at least a good lap to get these tires to set.
You can see how many years this track has been here. Look at the laws, look around. It looks good on this track.
Definitely can see all the damages that's been done to that wall. Also, all of those marbles up there. You can see all those little black specks up there at the top side of this track. That is where it gets difficult. And as we get further in this race, the more is going to be up there.
more wear and tear on the track as the race will go on. As we go green here at New Smyrna.
They're going to get a great run here. 6 looking to push the 31 up there. The 31's going to have to dip in a little low there. Going to get a little loose there. The 31's almost going to scrub into the wall, but the 31's going to make it happen. Now collecting here. He's going to have to run that lower line to keep these guys from getting around.
95 was right behind the bumper of Joe Flack in the 91 now starting to push him around turns 1 and 2. Now back straightaway.
A lot of cars side by side here. Sam Watson trying to hold on as now the 91, a flash, is now looking to the inside. The 9 and the 95 working together here on the outside.
As they now come around turn 3, still got a little battle between 95 and 91 now. Front straightaway.
91 looking to fall back here just a little bit here now as he's battling the 95.
Ooh, Austin got a little sideways now and touching Joe Flack now coming around turn 3.
What a save that was.
Good battle.
Definitely going to hurt those tires for that longer run. He's going to want to have to let up of it a little bit, kind of get that car set back where he needs it.
Now you better be careful. You got the 28 right behind him now, trying to see this battle go right between these guys. Maybe we're going to see what happens now with that coming around front straightaway.
91 putting on a great battle here side by side with that 95. This is a battle for P5. Taking a look at Andrew. Andrew now starting to get on the back bumper here of the 8. As we got Sam Watson here in P3 looking to catch up just a little bit here as he's now getting into that half of a second.
Andrew not too far along behind.
Oh, we got a crash in the back. Let's go ahead and take a rewind here. All right, let's put this thing in that far chase view and let's take it into slow motion.
Looks like we're going off here off Bobby Joe in the number 2. Got in the bumper of Joe Flack coming around front, coming on the front straight away in the 28, starting collecting with the 47, and the 47 hit the 12.
A lot of cars involved. A lot of cars piled up right there. But it looks like they'll still all continue to get going there. Unfortunately, the 91 come down on the 02 just a little bit there. It just was the wrong time. Unfortunately, these cars can get a crazy run here. All right, now they're going to try to get spun around here as the banks look like they're holding them up there a little bit. All right, now going to get his way spun around. Bud Light Mike's over here doing donuts on the front stretch.
Going back now here to live action.
But taking a look here at the 02, it doesn't look like he has too much damage. He should be able to keep going on there. Sure, Dan Collison there had a little bit of damage. He might want to go in and get that fixed.
That does bring out our first caution of this race.
Joe Flack looks all right there. Bud Light Mike looks okay. Actually, it does look like Bud Light Mike does have a little left front damage there. Got a little bit of a ding in it, but it'll make it. It'll make it. As long as it's running, it's worth it. Let's go. As now the 8 still leading this race. Andrew's going to get his chance to get back on this restart here. The question is Andrew going to be able to have, now that these tires are warm, is he going to be able to hold on to it here on that outside lane a little bit more and get what he needs to get around this 8 on this early run?
Drivers now coming back, seeing back to double file now as they get ready for this restart.
Pace car will go in this time.
Pace cars off. Now the drivers are right there in the restart zone. Green flag. Ronald in the 8 got a good start there behind Sam Watson. Now pushing him a little bit. Now coming around 1 and 2.
31 caught sleeping there on that restart. Going to fall back just a little bit there. Now is the 95 of Austin Cornpros looking to take that P3 spot.
Austin now trying to battle the inside of Andrew. Now coming around 1 and 2.
Andrew just running a little bit of that higher line, but that's actually helping him save them tires a little bit there. As they really take that lower line and it really hurts them. Now as Andrew is peaking on the bumper of the 6.
Sam Watson in the 6 now trying to look for the inside. Ronald now trying to take the lead.
Real close battle going on for this top 3.
Andrew in the 31 now trying to show a little pressure behind Sam. Sam trying to go to the inside. Ronald.
Tell you what, this is probably one of the best races I've seen all season here. Is these cars are bumper to bumper here, everybody. If you look at this leaderboard, look at the times on this leaderboard and how close everyone is. It's definitely a great battle here.
They got 3 lanes across the front straightaway and the back straightaway, and 2 lanes across around the corners. But now they're using about some of the same of the track as the inside. Now as Sam going trying the outside and the inside, now going turn 3.
Sam doing a great job of keeping that little bit of a gap in the corner there to stay off of the 8 from keeping him from spinning, but being able to use that advantage to get that run coming off of the corner.
Andrew needs to be careful, be bumper to bumper right there with Sam, and it takes a little bit to crash these cars. It don't take much to go into bumper to bumper on these cars. When you do, you go around. So you better be careful while drafting.
You definitely see that 31 driving it in them corners a little bit harder than that 6. He was definitely getting close there as he was really pushing it there. The best thing to do is kind of keep just a close enough gap here. That way you can get that run when most are needed. The 8, the leader's going to hit the wall. That's going to put Sam to the inside for the lead position. Andrew just looking. He's going to need to be patient here now as they door touch here, the 6 and the 8.
Single foul now, front straightaway now. Get ready to go round 1 and 2.
You know, you have a lot.
Oh, 31
now,
in the 6.
31 in the 6, touch.
And then we're bringing out second caution of this race. They touch round 1 and 2.
Man, that's unfortunate here. As they can just have to swing it around. Just do a donut, brother. There you go.
And that will bring out our second caution of this race. We have to go back and take a look at this one.
Let's go back and take a quick look here. All right, as they make their way down the front stretch here, you can see Andrew getting a great run here. Definitely right on the tail end of this 6 here. Now, as they drive it into the corner, see, it's just he's gonna be too close to that 6, and he's gonna push that 6 right up in the air. He's gonna lift the rear end of that 6 just enough to make that 6 spin, unfortunately, and the 2's gonna get collected. They're going to be able to continue on here and keep racing. They're going to have to definitely take it easier, though. 77 laps to go here. You're going to screw your whole race. So definitely need to take that time and just kind of slow down a little bit. Keep that gap. You know, that gap is very important with these cars. So as we get ready to go back, green flag racing, everybody. Let's go.
That does bring out all the leaders now. Pit road is getting busy now, and they're getting ready to come back.
We got Scott in the chat. Scott said that is short track racing. You're definitely right, brother. It is short track racing. It's definitely some close stuff, but it's definitely putting on a good race so far. Unfortunately, that's going to put Andrew Longmire, everybody, down one lap. But if we get another caution and he's not involved, he'll get that lap back. But he's going to have to stay out of trouble. Let's get it. Green flag.
Now is side by side with Joe Flack.
Looking really good here. 91 and the 28 side by side, and the 02 and the 9 battling it out here, up here for this top 5 position. A lot of battles going on across this field, and another caution's out. It looks like Andrew again into more trouble.
Back here with the 47.
Let's go back and take a look here. Man, getting into a lot of trouble early on here is definitely not where you want to be. Let's go take a look at this. Take a look. All right, we'll go back into the far chase again. Put her into slow motion here. Andrew's just going to drive it too hard off the corner here. He's going to get a little free. Try to correct it. Corrects it into the outside wall. The 12 trying to miss. Slides in the inside wall. The 47 is going to get into him, unfortunately, here. That's going to put Andrew back into the inside wall. Let's see if Andrew continues to try to get turned around here. Oh, he's going to toe out, unfortunately. But, you know, he'll be able to get that toe and hopefully to get back out on that track here soon and get some of those laps back.
That does bring out caution number 3 in this race. With 70 laps to go.
There we go. We got the tower fixed for you, everybody. We just had to fast forward. All right, everybody, that's going to make the 8th leader on this run here with Sam Watson in P2. Austin Corporal is going to take into P3 with Robert Yonke in P4, Joe Flash in P5, Alan Moore in P6, Bobby Joe Lane in P7. Dan Collison's going to be in P8 with Bud Light Mike in P9. Andrew Longmire is still on pit road. It's not showing him out, so he's still in this race. Let's go. Pace car going in next lap.
Pace car lights are off. Drivers are in the restart zone and green flag. Here we go. Back to the restart. Side by side now, round 1 and 2 now. That's a really good start for Ronald. Now they touch doors now. Sam Watson side by side now coming in turn 3.
Battling it, everything they got right now for this lead position here. Now the 6 trying to cut low, but it's not going to work. He's going to get into the leader of the 8. The 95 is going to get collected as well. Pace car is off. Call that a little bit of dirty racing there.
Every time I say bumper to bumper, don't do it, please.
All right, let's put her into slow motion view, everybody. Let's take it back here. Back just a little bit further here. We're going to put it into Bud Light Mike's view here. No, that's too far back. Let's take it up to Joe Flack. How about that? That looks like a closer view here. Let's put her in slow motion. Now, as you see, the 6 is going to get into the... Man, hold on. We got to do better than that, everybody. I'm sorry. We got to take a closer look at this right here. Closer look.
95.
All right, now put her into slow motion here. The 8's clearly running the lower line here. The 6 is going to dip down low coming off of the corner here as the 8's making his way up the track. As you know, that's normally how it goes off of the corner. And unfortunately, the 6 is going to bump right into the back of that 8. But the good thing is the 8 hasn't got into any trouble this race. He'll be able to go get that fast repair and continue on. And luckily, if he stayed off of the wall hard good enough, he probably doesn't have much damage. But unfortunately, a lot of cars are going to come off with some damage there, so we're going to have to see a lot of those cars go in and get those cars fixed.
Looking pretty good here. Now we get ready to go back to the restart.
He's on the track.
Green flag.
Now the 6 looking to make things happen is now the 28's on the outside. Austin Full posting that P3 position here, trying to make things happen with the number 9 of Alamar.
Single file now, coming around turns 3 and 4 now, and coming to the front straightaway. Good battle back there between Bobby Joe Lane and Joe Flack in the 91. Side by side now, turns 1 and 2. Now coming back straightaway.
02 looking to just conserve some tires. That side-by-side can be very dangerous. Something's going on with the 28 here. Not really sure what happened there. As now he's going down pit road here.
As the race continues now in 28, Robert now is coming down pit road. Now he's probably serving a penalty. Seems like he got caught for speeding.
Looks like he got a drive through the pits penalty there he had to take care of.
Here comes Sam in the 6. Lamar in the 9 now single file now, 3 and 4 now, coming around back front straightaway.
Austin Cornpost looking to close that gap here as that P2 position is closing into that lead position.
Single file now, back straightaway. Looking pretty good now, 3 and 4 now, coming front straightaway. Single file now. It looks like Bobby Joe now trying to look at the inside of Almar now for that third place position.
Well, it's been a phenomenal race so far. Been a lot of hard racing here. You've been seeing these guys push these late models to the limits tonight.
Not even halfway through now. We're about 45 laps in with 56 to go. This is the part you need to start thinking about strategy, pit strategy, and tire wear. This would be a perfect time to do so. Sam Watson now not too far behind when Robert and 28 now is struggling a little bit trying to keep up with the pack.
I'm wondering who's going to be that guy that lasts the whole race without pitting, being able to make it the whole way.
It looked like the guy right there in the 95 usually also can. It really depends how his tire wear actually really does on this track.
Sam Watson holding a pretty strong lead here now, but as they're getting ready to catch up to Robert Yonke here and put him down one lap. Looks like Andrew Lawmire's going to be out of the race here, unfortunately. Maybe too much damage to the vehicle. That's why I try to tell these guys, you got to be patient. You got to take your time because every second counts here. So, if it means you're not really sending it to the last 20 laps, then that's what you got to do to get a good race.
Right.
It's just like a hosted event here on iRacing, guys. You've got to take your time just to get that rank up, just to move that iRating up and make yourself into a good class.
Austin got a little loose now when Alamar was trying to push. Now coming around 1 and 2 now. Back straightaway.
You're looking at this second and third and fourth place cars right here, neck and neck, as they're getting ready to catch up to this 6.
Single file now, 1 and 2 now. Now we're going inside of Bobby Joe's car to see how this race actually looks from his point of view.
Currently running in that P4 position, holding on to a good race here, just staying behind the 9 here, just trying to make his way around this track smoothly. You can see as they drive into these corners how hard that wheel just kind of pushes and just battles and fights them as they're turning it there.
Looks like the Alamar now going to the inside of 95 Austin. Trying to go in for that 2 position. Now looks like Bobby Joe's trying to follow right behind of Alamar.
Alamar making his way into that P2 position with that O2 following him.
As they now trying to catch up to Sam. Sam's got a pretty good distance. He's got a 0.70 seconds, not too far behind. As Alamar now trying to catch up.
So then it's just all right, everybody, 45 laps to go here. It's been some good green flag run here. All right, everybody, we're going to step away for 1 minute and go thank our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road next to the zoo.
From custom millwork to hands-on training to the best products in the industry, TW Perry, Builder's First Source, helps you do more. Each of our locations includes showrooms featuring windows and doors, decking and railing products, and a wide range of materials designed to inspire your next project. From concept to completion, you a chance to see, touch, and compare the products that bring your vision to life. TW Perry, Builder's First Source, building better together.
All right, and we're back to green flag racing here with 37 laps to go here with the Heart to Heart Motorsports Series at New Smyrna with the late model stocks. Hope you're all having a wonderful night. Please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future races. Races brought to you every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to Motormouth Broadcasting so you don't miss out on our truck series on Sunday nights, everybody, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, let's not forget to give a big shout out to CNL Carpets, everybody. Also, Chasing Muscle Cars, T.W. Perry, Bass Tire, everybody, Allen Tiller, Buick GMC, Buchanan Resort, all of you guys. Thank you so much for all your support and everything you do for this league. Thank you to all of the fans out there. Much love for you watching, everybody. As now we're seeing a huge battle going on here for this top 3 here, as Sam Watson is still holding on to the lead with everything he's got. The 9 is now trying to close the door with the 0-2 of Lane, trying to make things happen. But the thing is here is the 6 is giving it everything he can to catch up to this 28 of Yonke.
Robert Yonkes, he's been holding off the leaders, but he needs to watch his back because his leaders now are starting to catch up on his back straightaway now. Exiting 4 now, front straightaway, now single file now, still trying to catch up to Robert Yonke in the 28.
I'll tell you what, I was really expecting to see a lot more double file, but this is definitely putting out some really close racing here tonight.
Yeah, they got to stay pretty close to try to save these tires. Now, we got about 32 laps to go. Hopefully they save a little bit of tire before the end of this race. Now Lamar now trying to look on the inside now, looking the inside of Sam now on the back straightaway.
Donkey's just going to go low and get out of the way of the leaders here and let him rock and roll, putting him 1 lap down.
He knows if a caution does fly, he will get that lap back. Leaders now back straightaway. Single file, trying to save a little bit of tire just to keep them fighting. Here's Joe in the 91.
Joe Flack having a great race tonight. Currently about 4 seconds behind 4th place here of Austin Corn Pros, but he is the leader of this second little pack back here in the back, and he is on the lead lap here. 5th place is not a bad place or bad finish here, as he could just hold on to it. With Dan Collison currently in that P6 position, with Ronald going to be leading the race early on this race, but now currently in P7, hoping for a caution to be able to get that run back where he needs to be. Also, we're taking a look back here at the PA position of Bud Light Mike still on that lead lap as well, so he'll be able to make something happen here as well as we get a caution. Now, Yonke having a little bit of problems tonight. I'm not really sure what happened there, as it looked like he had to go serve that penalty. You know, he had to go do a drive through the pits. Unfortunately, that really can hurt you here, but he's been able to hold on to some pretty good speed here, and just now going a lap down with 26 to go, hoping for that final little caution at the end so he can get that lap back and push really hard at the end to get this top 3 or top 5, wherever he can get.
Yeah. Oh, got a caution.
And we got a crash going on up front. Where's the caution?
There it is.
Chasing Muscle Car said disappointed with the race, but still great short track racing. Yes, it can be a bad one sometimes, but you know what? You just take your time and, you know, you can hope for the best. Try to finish it out. That way, at least you get that last place points, you know. All right, let's take it back a step here, everybody, so we can take a look at here what just happened. See if we can see what happened here.
It was.
I'm not sure why it took us way back here, but let's see if we can find it here. We're going to rewind it a little bit, everybody. Unfortunately, it took us off track here a little bit, so let's see if we can get there, because I really want to see what happened here. Here we go. We're back here now. All right, looks like we had the 9 of Alomar leading the race here, with the 6 of Sam in that second place position here, and the 02 of Lane in P3. Let's take a look here in slow motion what happened here as we went into the corner here. Looks like the 6 is going to dip down low here. Maybe I'm in the wrong corner here. It's maybe the next corner. Excuse me, everybody. We're trying to figure it out. We'll get there, everyone. We'll get there.
3 and 4.
All right. This looks like this might be it. Might be it. Yes.
Right here.
The 6 is going to come down just a little too low. The 02 is going to have the momentum running that lower line. The 6 is going to try to close coming out of the corner. I'm not really sure what's going on with the 6 there. As the 6 should be lifting coming out of the corner, not dipping down. But unfortunately, that's what's going to happen here, and the 02 is going to get collected. As we're now back green flag with 20 to go.
Austin now got a good distance lead on Joe as the pack now trying to catch up. Ronald now only trying to look to the inside of Joe Flack in the 91.
Joe Flack been running a great race all night. If he can get it on that bottom line, he could really do some danger here at the end of this race.
Dan Colson now trying to look at the inside of Anamar when Bobby Joe now trying to push.
Not a lot of room to pass here, but they're going to have to give it everything they got now as those 18 laps to go.
Racing going on right here now. Now just exiting turn 2 now back straight away.
I'll tell you what, I'm very excited for Joe Flash. This is one of the better runs I've seen him run with Heart to Heart Motorsports. Looking really good out there. Austin Cornprost is leading this race and taking away everything that these other drivers have.
Oh, got a caution.
Unfortunately, that's not what Austin's going to want here. Looks like we're going to have Sam and the 28 get into each other again here. Let's go back and take a look again.
Let's see.
Not really sure why it's trying to go so fast. Why is it going to go so fast? All right, let's put her in slow motion here. Take a look what happened here.
Let's see what happens here. Ooh.
6 going to get a little bit free off of that corner there.
That corner off there off of 4.
See what happens going into this one. Looks like another matter of the 28. Going to go low. He's going to get a little bit free, but he's dipping to that inside, and he's going to get into the side of the 06 just enough to cause that 6 to go around, unfortunately.
I did see the 12 and the 2 did a little bit check up before the 6 went around when the 28 got into him.
All right, and we're under caution again. Unfortunately, that's going to have Sam Watson a lap down here with Andrew Longmire out of the race for the evening, everybody. But your top 8 is still on the lead lap as we get ready to go green for 10 to go. Looking to see what Joe Flash can do on this restart, because if he starts up there beside that 95 and gets a great run on that outside, which we've been seeing him run most of the night there, the 91 could win this race.
Pace car lights are off now. Get ready to go back to the restart. With 11 laps to go this time by. We'll just have to see how this battle will go. As we will go back to green. 95 got a really good start now coming into turn 1.
8 side by side with a 91.
Joe Flagg falling back a little bit, and Alan Marr now trying to catch up. Around single file now, 1 and 2. Joe Lane now right beside Robert Yonke. That is a lap down. Side by side now with the 8.
8 laps to go here. The 91 pushing on the 8, trying to get his way back around towards the front of this field. He's going to have to give it everything he's got right now. This is going to be the time to go, baby. This is the time to send it. Give it what you have. Make your way through this field. The 91 is now trying to close that gap here.
Bobby Joe Lane into 2 now, trying to push a little bit on Joe Flagg, try to catch up to the 8. Coming around 3 and 4 now, front straightaway. Six laps to go. Austin Corpus has still got a good distance, like 1.27 seconds away from Illinois, trying to catch up to Austin. Austin in 95 putting on a good show with Adam Marr not too far behind. He's trying to catch up.
The 91 looking to try to get that first top 3 of the season.
He's trying to stay in that podium position as Ronald still holding the 3rd spot as we speak, as we get another caution.
Looks like Sam Watson's going to get in a little bit more trouble again. Looks like everybody else was able to stay out of that. All right, let's take a look real quick, just real fast here, what happened to the 6.
Yep, he was.
It looks like the 28 and the 6 collected each other again tonight. Let's take a look here.
Glad I caught it.
28 going to get a big run there.
Ooh, got loose too.
But the 6 is going to get free and loose, causing the 28 to get into him. So that's unfortunately the 6's fault there, not being able to maintain control there. But the 28 is going to continue going on. The 6 is going to try to go into pits and get what he can get fixed here as we get finalized for the last couple laps for a green-white checkered restart.
This will bring the first attempt of the green-white checker. As we do reach overtime in this race.
All right, pace car will go in next lap.
Car's lights off.
Green flag. 95 going to get a great start. The 9 is trying to make something happen on that outside lane. Is the outside lane going to give him enough run here, at least to grab that P2? The 8 is trying to make his way up there as well. As now the 02 side by side with a 91 here as we get ready to go to 1 to go.
Final lap.
Eight's going to get a little bit free there. Is the 91 going to make it happen? Let's see him get that podium finish.
Alan Marr now putting on right by side. Austin now. Let's see. Oh,
Alan Marr pulled it off. With Austin Cornpro's going to take that P2. Ronald Robinson going to grab P3 with Joe Flack taking P4. Bobby Joe Lane's going to be into P5 with Dan Collison P6. Robert Yonke's going to grab that P8 position here with Bud Light Mike in P9. Sam Watson's going to grab that P10. Excuse me, y'all. I got that all screwed up. And unfortunately, there's your line up there on that leaderboard there, y'all. That was a phenomenal race by all these guys tonight. They definitely put on a show. Definitely some great racing. That's how it's going to be, though. That's how it goes. Is now we see the 9 going to burn it down.
Burn it down, Alan Marr. You deserve it.
Alan Marr with his first win of the season here.
Look at his buddy come out here congratulating him.
Teammates battling it out over here. Giving him a big congratulations bump there. All right, everybody. Now that your race leader's here into this Discord, let's go and pull them in for an interview. Alan Marr was able to hold it together tonight, able to put on some good racing. I mean, a great battle against his teammate there at the end. Able to pull off that win in just the last few seconds there right at the line. How you feeling tonight, brother?
Pretty good. It was a tough one, tough place to pass. Track position was everything, regardless if you had tires or not. So turned out good. I think Austin gave me a little bit too much space at the end since we're teammates, but it is what it is. We'll take it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. It was definitely some hard racing tonight, and definitely looked very tough, like you said, to do any kind of passing or any kind of movement, unless it was on a restart. But you was able to hold it down and get yourself up in there and get that first win of the season.
Absolutely. We're excited for it. Hopefully we can keep it going and stay up in the points and see what we can make happen.
Yes, sir. Well, you got any shout-outs tonight?
Yeah, thank you all for putting this on, broadcasting on YouTube, Bass Tire, Allen Tillery Chevrolet, C&L Carpets. Shout out Austin for not roughing me up at the end. I know he had the fastest car, so he could have crowded me and made it a little bit harder, but appreciate it.
Most definitely. Well, as we tell all of the drivers, we hope to see you in the booth again, and we hope you have a wonderful night.
And I appreciate you telling me I was driving the hell out of that car, J-Dog. I heard you in the background.
All right, everybody. That's going to put Austin Cornprost, everybody, grabbing that P2 position tonight. Let's go ahead and pull him in here. Austin Cornprost has done a hell of a job tonight, everybody. Led most of the laps tonight. Definitely held on to that top lead position there until the finish line against his teammate. That's going to be a good moment, or is that a sad moment?
It's a good moment. I knew if he did win, I'd still be leading points. So, congrats to him. He had a fast car, and I was actually beat that race, and that late caution kind of set me up first coming out of pits because I knew I was going to take two two right side tires because I've been practicing it all week. I'm actually faster with just two right sides. But yeah, tough track. Definitely hate this track, but it's a fun race.
Yeah, definitely a lot of challenges through the race. We had a few cautions, and them restarts is really what hurt everybody because it seemed like that was the time when everybody started making their moves. Wasn't really a huge factor on fuel tonight. Y'all was be able to run the whole thing, and looked like y'all got away with just the one set of tires, or maybe even just a half a set, like you said. So good luck, good job tonight, man. Good job.
Yeah, that first caution I took 4, and I knew if we had a late caution, I was only going to take 2 just to beat everybody off pit lane. Yeah, I just wanted to keep it clean at the end. And congrats to Alan for the win.
Yes, sir. Well, you got any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, Buchanan Resort. Miss you, Rusty. Chasing Muscle Car, Alan Tillery, TW Perry, Fast Tire. Y'all being up in the broadcast booth, y'all do a great job every week, and we appreciate it.
I appreciate you very much, and we hope to see you in the booth again, brother. Hope you have a wonderful night.
Yes. Thank you, man.
All right, that's going to put Ronald Robinson, everybody, into P3 tonight. Doesn't look like he's going to come in for the interview tonight. He's going to take the night off of that. But big congratulations to our top 3 there, everybody, and everybody out there racing tonight. Y'all put on a phenomenal race. It would not be Heart to Heart Motorsports without you guys. So glad to have you here. Thank you to all of the sponsors of Heart to Heart Motorsports, and we hope you will catch us next week, everybody, as we get ready to hit the next track and get to rolling.
I will see you not in the booth, but I will see you in the car at North Wilkesboro next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Come join us.